Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and today we're going to take a look at the latest TV show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Loki. This show, of course, starring the titular villain who has appeared in several MCU films and productions since the release of the 2011 Thor film. It's been kind of an odd time for the MCU on account of there hasn't been a new movie in almost 2 years on account of the COVID-19 pandemic. But Disney and Marvel have still been making a killing when it comes to their productions on account of Disney Plus and the TV series. We just got done with the WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, both of which were new excellent additions to the MCU. Loki is their third TV series for the MCU on Disney Plus, and it premieres this Wednesday. Oddly enough, they're going for Wednesday premieres this time instead of Friday, but as long as we're getting a new MCU show, I'm certainly not complaining. The show picks off from a scene in the Avengers Endgame climax where they went to 2012, where the first Avengers movie took place, and Loki broke free, got the Tesseract, and fled. This, of course, created a potential time paradox with a lot of converging timelines. Present-day Loki, as we know it, of course, was killed by Thanos at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War. And now we have another still alive Loki running around. This show focuses on what happens to him after that scene in Avengers Endgame. He's apprehended by a group that regulates the flow of time and timelines and the like, and again, taken into custody, but one of the guys that works for this organization believes that Loki could actually be helpful to them in apprehending a mysterious being who's been traveling time, causing chaos, and just all around making a mess of things when they in fact need to get the timeline back on the straight and narrow so there won't be universal, or should I say multiversal, chaos all around. Tom Hiddleston as Loki is one of my absolute favorite characters in the MCU. I just did a video ranking the villains of the MCU, and of course he was my number one pick. He's not quite fully a villain, he's certainly no hero, but he walks that straight and narrow line right in the middle there, and that's part of the reason I love the guy so much. Any new MCU production that has Tom Hiddleston's Loki in it, I'm going to be all over it. And I had the opportunity to watch the first 2 episodes. Again, this is going to be a spoiler-free review outside of basic plot synopses, but let me be the first to say that he does not disappoint. The supporting cast also includes the likes of Owen Wilson as a member of the organization who helps to regulate the flow of time, who may actually believe Loki can help them despite his villainous nature, and even veteran voice actress Tara Strong lends a voice to a minor character. No spoilers here because it's actually pretty hilarious and I don't want to ruin that for you. There are some interesting situations in this show that go across several settings, past, present, and future alike. Again, no spoilers there. You got to watch the show for yourself. But once again, Mr. Hiddleston brings his absolute A game to the role of Loki. This is the role he was born to play, and I couldn't imagine any other Hollywood actor playing this character. He steals the show. He's the center of attention at all times. Hardly surprising considering this is his show, but even in movies where he was only a supporting character, he managed to be the focal point. I love Loki, and I'm glad to say that this show's got some sharp writing, some interesting new plot elements. I mean, like, WandaVision did something totally different with the MCU, despite using familiar characters, and I'm glad to see Loki seems to be somewhat on a similar trend. Loki, again, takes this familiar character we've come to love over the past 10 years and just throws him into a completely different situation. This was just a cool, collected, mad guy who seemed to have some sort of plan for everything, and here you throw into a situation where he's no longer the one in power, and you never know what's going to happen when you strip this guy of everything that makes him who he is. But will he get a chance to redeem himself, and how are things going to turn out? Again, it's one of those situations where We're going to have to see how the 6 episodes unfold. Disappointingly, Disney Plus once again is opting for a 1 episode a week release strategy. They seem to be the only streaming service that does this, and that's kind of disappointing because a lot of the other streaming services let you just binge watch the shows on day 1, and I guess if they're trying to build the suspense, mission accomplished. But again, we've still got several episodes to go to see how this turns out. First 2 were not a disappointment, and I'm really here to see where it goes from here. I don't think fans of the MCU or the character will be disappointed. Have you had a chance to check out any of the episodes of Loki yet? Comment down below and let me know if you have, and feel free to share your opinions. Also remember, subscribe to my channel because I'm always posting new videos, and give this one a like if you found it helpful or interesting. I'm Taylor T. Carlson, and I will see you in my next video.